I have some projects that I would really like to do. I have some sort of directions that I would like to explore, particularly a project that I started working on a few years ago that I really couldn't continue working on, which was about lullabies from Transylvania, so from northern Romania, which is very much a multi-ethnic region, still is a multi-ethnic region, but had German, Yiddish-speaking, German-speaking, Yiddish-speaking, Romanian, and Hungarian, and a lot of Roma-speaking ethnic groups. So I wanted to do a project that was looking at lullabies from, instead of sort of organizing things based on ethnographical categories, I wanted to look at things based on geographical categories and just say, okay, within this territory, like what are the musical cultures that are existing, not necessarily even interacting with each other, just existing geographically in this area? Is there something that interesting that could happen by sort of putting them with each other? And so that's a project that I was thinking about, and I've collected a few songs for it. And particularly was looking a number of years ago quite intensively at Romanian lullabies from that region. And I collected a few, did an interview with a very interesting Yiddish speaker in Cluj-Napoca, who I interviewed her 20 years too late, really. She had dementia and was like, could only remember fragments of songs, but she remembered an amazing lullaby sung from the perspective of the father saying that their mother had died, which is I've never seen that in any other lullaby, actually. And I found it very interesting. I thought, okay, this would be, so I'm just sort of collecting some of that type of repertoire. And I'm thinking about it actually more as a solo project. In some ways, because in Vienna, I like living in Vienna a lot. There are a lot of wonderful things to offer, but I haven't found like a musical, a crew of musicians who I really love to play with. So I thought, okay, I just need to develop something solo. And that's sort of the direction that I'm looking at is developing some of this lullaby material for solo bass with electronics and trying to figure out if there are tasteful ways of incorporating some of these field recordings into performances. But I don't know, we'll see. That's sort of what I would love to work on the next year. I think I'm going to be able to make physical space to do that.